All right. Part 4, I guess. For those of you who are interested, this lowercase m, or this lettering that I'm doing for the sign, stands 95 mil tall, which is just under 4 inches. I've gone away and readjusted my gouge, which had that shocking dent in it. Now the way I hone my gouge, I just visualize and imagine myself carving into a piece of wood, and that visualization gives me my hone angle for my gouge. So for this, the beginning of this M, lowercase m, there will be no gouges involved, just all flat chisels. I've gone and pressed into the outline with the wide boy, just pressed into it like so. And what that does for me, gives me, it lessens the chance of making a mistake or cutting where you're not supposed to cut. I've rewatched those short video clips with my kids getting in the camera and stuff, and I think it's okay. Yeah, they just had a laugh about me making videos, which is fine. So all I'm doing now is pressing with body weight, working on the bottom, working on the top. What I'm doing, the camera's just in the way of the tool, so I can't hit it right now, which is super annoying, but that's okay. We'll get it done. I thought about doing this first, but I wanted to show you guys how I do it. So I press into the top like that, and I've made a little triangle here. And what I want to do now is carve out a triangle like that. That's going to be the center, and another triangle down at the bottom here. I'm not sure if you can see this. So a triangle at the top, triangle at the bottom. We want a line in the center, and that's what we're cutting out. Just grab me mallet, and we're good to start rolling. Now you'll see here, she's chipping, tearing out. So to stop that from blowing out, I bring the chisel back over this side. And once I go back to this side, it's going to follow my chisel line, not its own course of action. What I want to do is create a triangle. So I'll hold this up to the camera, and that there is the triangle that I've just taken out of the top section of the lowercase m Times New Roman font. This word is eremos, and it means isolated or solitary place. I'm just using me 1 inch. Now, although I'm not using a mallet to hit the chisel with, body weight is getting the job done. Now that's the 1 inch. And when it comes to carving letters, especially if you go smaller, shorter than 4 inches, a 1 inch chisel starts getting super big. So it's handy to have a selection of widths of chisels. Now it's all about making the rough cut, and then from that rough cut you remove the bulk, and then, well, what I like to do, I like to clean it up as I go. So for every section, before I move on to the next section, it's clean and it's finished. And I just made another mistake. So I'm just going to work this mistake back into the piece itself and hide the cut mark that should not be there. Watching back on my videos, I turn myself on repeat mode, and hey, if you do have that option to fast forward and watch my progress and fast, going through my progress fast, I highly recommend it. It's pretty cool actually. Okay, that's the top section done. Now we're moving on to the bottom. Same deal, we're going to knock out a triangle. So that's my 18 or 19 mil chisel. Okay, and I am going to switch it out for the next size up, which is the 1 inch. And again, the camera is in the way. So for that side, I'll just be pressing with body weight. And I'm blowing out just here where I don't want it to blow out. So I come back on this side. Now I'm pressing towards me, towards my arm, towards my hand. So I press downward. So if it slips, it's going to stay in the wood and not slide into my forearm. Now I'll try and show you this triangle if I can get it out. It's getting a bit munted, but that's okay. because it's only stock removal. Now it broke up, but that was my triangle. Yeah. And that's that triangle, that first triangle that you want to replicate. Now to clean the bottom section up, I actually love working with flats. The butt chisels, I just call them flats because, you know, that a flat. Nearly made a mistake then, but I didn't, luckily. Now there's no gnarly knot like there is just here. So the wood's coming away with more agreeance, so to speak. Now the two miniature triangles here and here, we're going to start cleaning these up. There are two main fonts that I use for my house plaques or my signs. It's Times New Roman's Bold and Edwardian font. And this one here kind of looks like an Edwardian, but I'm not bad at drawing, and I just, before I draw on a piece of wood, I draw out my word on graph paper so I know what size to draw on the wood. And I work out the size, the shape, the width, the height. I've just got major tear out here, but it's okay, it's within the letter. Now that's good enough to start tearing out this middle section. So you want the top and the bottom removed first, and it eliminates or minimizes the chance of things going wrong. Well, I'll get there. How I was saying earlier, this is not ideal wood to carve. I'm just grateful if I've got a block of wood on my workbench that I can mess around with. Variety. Whoops, there goes my camera. Variety of wood. Can you still hear me? Variety of wood. I don't really care about. Here, we'll set this back up. And we're working just here. Where's the edge of the M? Just there. Okay, there we go. Variety or level of difficulty of workability, I don't really worry about. You want to make these hits from side to side, not all at once. What you can do is make a line with your chisel, with your flat chisel down the center, and that just is another measure to prevent things going wrong. And I should actually do that to show you guys what I'm talking about. So you just go down the center. There goes my camera again. That's alright. If you guys can still hear me, I'll set it up now and show you what I've just done. Right, setting it back up now. Middle of the M, edge of the M, the back in view. See how we go now, but this is what I've just done just down here, and as I go to chisel towards the center, this is what will happen. The break or the tear is going to end in the middle, just there. No, it wasn't that piece. There, it came off clean, and that's clean. I should be swapping out for a heavier mallet. Oh, I'm actually using it as a camera support stand thing. That's why my camera keeps falling over. I'm going to have to change out the width of my flat chisel. There you go, another clean bit of removal. You can keep pressing down in the center if you choose to. And you can also do this for your lowercase letters like your S's, your O's, your E's. This center line all throughout the letter. But I'll see how I go. I'm trying to be a little bit quick, but then explaining things is just fun as well. Now at this point, it's going to get pretty gnarly. Just readjust the camera. Yep, we're within the camera specs. Yep. Okay, big removal piece. And you just keep going. Now I'm basically clear of my center cut, but at this point, once it starts blowing out, it should stay internal. The blowout should stay internal. Now you got to be mindful of the top and bottom. You got to keep it clean and help where you want the wood to blow out. You need to ensure that it's going to do what you want it to and not what it wants to. There we go. This angle, have no idea what it is. Just whatever feels right as you press the chisel or you hit the chisel into it, into that center. I was using the 12 mil. I'm just gonna swap it out for the 8 mil now, which is about 1/4 inch. 12 mil is about 1/2 inch. And just clean this up. I'm actually making a mess of this triangle just here. I've just realized. Back to the 1/2 inch and just clean up my mess. Right. Back to waste removal. Might be able to just start pressing it with body weight now. And in doing this with body weight, I'm just cleaning it up. Cleaning up this edge. Now, the 2-inch chisel gets pretty tough to press with just body weight. So I'm just switching it out for, I don't know, is this 1.5 inches? 38 mil? Might be. Just cleaning. Think my chisel's got a little dent in it, which it does. I'm gonna have to hone that out. I'll swap it out for my 32mm. This might be 1.25 inches. Now this has no dent on it, and that 1.5 inch chisel, I'll sort out that dent soon. The next letter is a lowercase e. I might make a video of it because any straight letters is super straightforward. All done with flat chisels. And the lowercase letter E will be done with flat chisels as well as gouges. Gonna wrap this video up in about 5 minutes. Thank you for watching. I'm not gonna tell you to like, comment and subscribe. But this is just to show that this can be done by hand. And it's absolutely paramount, absolutely essential to have sharp tools. So go learn how to sharpen your tools, and anything can be done. Now just cleaning this up. The person I'm making the sign for has requested that it be painted. I do only paint the letters. The whole sign should be painted because weather affects the wood. Turns it grey when it gets sunburnt. So ideally, if you do your woodwork and have it inside, it's just going to look better, last longer, full stop, out of weather elements. Okay, what I need to do is clean up hair and hair. I'll crack into that. I know this video is getting lengthy. Back to the gouge for this part. But I got rid of that dent in the gouge. Time to turn the camera off. and I'll clean up and tune up the edges off camera. Most likely with this guy. Thanks for watching. That's basically the M complete. We'll start the E next. Cheers, have a good day.